A medic from Team Fortress 2. Oh, walk. Of course. I would not. I won't walk. I simply shall not. Okay, now I will walk. I am a nice law-abiding citizen who will kill people with various narcotics. Hello. Pardon me. Thank you for waiting. Thank you for waiting. Dude, these red lights. He's getting... Oh, sorry. I almost jaywalked. It happened. There we go. Look at your move list. Hold on. Side shift, vanish, got all those. Oh, that's a Reaper. Excuse me? Do you think telepathos could jaywalk? Well, no. They could just J. It stopped. They just J. Remember you talked with chat about what characters could jaywalk? Oh my god, you're right. Wait, I remember that. Me and my chat had like a really long running list of characters that could or could not jaywalk. What the hell? That does not feel like 6 years ago. That feels like 2 maximum. And it was like a back and forth. Like yeah, Marks would definitely be a jaywalker. like for example, Kirby would not jaywalk. Canonically, Kirby would not jaywalk. He sees that sign. He's like, no. We respect that out here. It was 2 years ago. Was it 2 years ago? Oh god, now I'm just confused. Yeah, Mars would absolutely jaywalk if given the opportunity. Like, without hesitation. King Dedede, he would not only jaywalk, he would say he owns the road. Not even in, like, the metaphorical sense. He would say he literally has purchased the deed for the land. And by purchase, he means he had already owned it. If you questioned him, it would just be a non-issue for him to just say, like, I just own it. Meta Knight would jaywalk? That's insanity. Meta Knight would not jaywalk. Meta Knight would not jaywalk. Why would you think Meta Knight would jaywalk? He is a law-abiding citizen. I feel like, if anything, he would narc you out if he did it. If he saw you jaywalking, he would personally... Oh, the only time he would jaywalk is to jaywalk after you, grab your hand, and pull you back, kicking and screaming, to the previous side of the street that you started on. He would make you wait for the light, and then they would walk together. Dark Meta Knight, on the other hand, exclusively jaywalks. Escargoon would jaywalk. Escargoon would jaywalk. It would just take him a while to do so. It would take him like a hot minute. Eventually, he would make it across the road. But, like, I think being a snail, it would hold him back slightly. Drawing prompt of the day. So, draw Meta Knight scolding someone for jaywalking. Who else would jaywalk? Who else would jaywalk? We've got too many people who wouldn't jaywalk. What are the other jaywalkers in the Kirby world? What characters do we have? Yeah, Marks would jaywalk across the street with nowhere to go. Marks has no purpose in jaywalking. They have nothing to do on the other side of the street. They're just doing it to piss people off. Would Elphalus? Elphalus would not jaywalk. Come on. Like, Elphalus is such a by way of order character. I don't know about that one. Yeah, Elphalus would definitely not jaywalk. Void Termina, I don't think understands the concept of a road. Oh my god! Yeah, Void Termina doesn't understand the concept of a road, but I feel if given the opportunity to, they would definitely commit a little bit of jaywalking to see what it's like. Would Silly Dillo jaywalk? Truly a question that has perplexed the greatest of minds for the last 2 months. Would Silly Dillo jaywalk? I'm actually torn. I don't know. Like, you've stumped me. I feel like is Silly Dillo? I feel like Silly Dillo would jaywalk. I feel like he would. But at the same time, maybe that's just me being a little bit too presumptuous. Like, we're having a serious back and forth about how these fictional characters would cross the street. I feel like it would be rude of me to say he would, when in actuality, maybe I'm just being a little, what's it like? What's the term like when you, when you're talking about someone as if you know them when you don't actually know them? Maybe I'm being a little bit parasocial with Silly Dillo to say that he would jaywalk, and in reality, he's actually a pretty normal dude. He's like a law student. He's got no interest in it. He's a nice law-abiding citizen. Parasocial with Silly Dillo. It's nice to be back. It's nice to be back streaming. I remember there was a character you said would jaywalk and then backtrack to do it again. It might be Marks. Marks is definitely like that kind of character. Utility is referred to. Well, it would definitely cross the street in some manner. Feel Adeline wouldn't jaywalk. Adeline is the kind of person that would definitely jaywalk and then wait for you on the other side of the street. Like if you're all crossing the street together, Adeline would jaywalk and like just at the very end of the walk light, right? So it's not technically jaywalking, but they just like make the run across the street right before, Adeline, what happens, right? They cross the street just as it's like about to go, just as it's about to go, don't walk. So they kind of like sprint across the street, but it's not at a speed that you're comfortable with going at. So they're just like already across the street, but now they can't go anywhere. Because, you're going somewhere as a party. So now it's just kind of purposeless. They just kind of ran across the street for no reason. Now they're just sort of standing there like, all right. But no one wins. Anyway, yeah, so Adeline definitely would jaywalk. Would Susie jaywalk? If it was time sensitive, I feel like Susie would jaywalk only if needed. You know what I mean? Like late to something they gotta make it to. Yeah, you know what? Screw the cars. They're gone. The Roach would definitely jaywalk. Is it jaywalking if you're flying over the road? I would consider it so. We call it jaywalking because of our human limitations, but I think jaywalking is a universal term. Waluigi would definitely jaywalk. I don't want to go outside the Kirby characters. Maybe that's something for later. The Kirby car jaywalk? Kirby car has canonically not jaywalked, by the way. Out of everything you could have chosen, you chose a character that literally has, video proof of them not jaywalking. Kirby car literally waited for the ducklings to cross the street. Also because it's a car. Kirby car is not jaywalking if you are the car. All right, that's a good point, but at the same time, it's still crossing the crosswalk. He literally is crossing the crosswalk. That is the part of the definition of jaywalk. So I would vouch Kirby car can indeed jaywalk. God, I can't believe we're having this conversation again. Why? I'm so chat. Was this really a conversation from 2 years ago? Or from 6 years ago? This feels way more recent. Meta Nightmare. Oh, Meta Nightmare Revenge. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, there's no way this was 6 years ago. Would Morpho Knight jaywalk? Exactly, yeah, they would cut the cars in half. Morpho Knight would absorb the car's soul. No, dude. Morpho Knight would only be involved in this conversation if he saw someone driving a car. What is that in the distance? Boom, 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 Kia Soul. Morpho Knight absorbs the car and then engages in long-form dream-based combat with Kirby. Would the three Mage Sisters jaywalk? No. I feel they're fairly law-abiding at this point. Would they not be? I don't know. Maybe that's contrasting to say. I feel like they would not jaywalk. Maybe like casually. I don't know. They're free spirits. They're not necessarily bound to any of the laws. Nah, you know what? I take it back. I think they would casually jaywalk. Would Gooey jaywalk? Oh, that's a hard question. Casual jaywalking? Yeah, compared to competitive jaywalking. Follow along, chat. What, you're not a ranked jaywalker? What's your jaywalking elo? How many streets can you cross in 5 minutes on a red light? I love elo. I love adding elo to things. I don't know why. Calling something ranked is fine. Saying it's an elo ranking though, it just adds an extra little detail that I just adore so much. Would Highness jaywalk? I believe so. And look, maybe this is a wild concept to bring up into the light of public here. But I feel like if you're down with ritualistic cult sacrifice, you're probably okay with jaywalking. I don't know, maybe that Venn diagram isn't the circle I think it is. But I really feel like they're, if you're into one, you have a good chance of being into the other. Now, perhaps if you jaywalk, you're not into ritualistic cult sacrifice. I don't know. Maybe we need some control groups for that. But, that's up to you guys. Would Kind jaywalk? Bro, dude, Kind can't walk. My brother in Christ, Kind literally doesn't have feet. Back to the question at hand. Would Gooey jaywalk? All right, would Gooey jaywalk? I mean, I'm inclined to believe not. I feel Gooey is like malleable. Like Gooey would say like, oh, Kirby isn't jaywalking. I got no reason to either. Definitely would not jaywalk unless it was like a clear indication of like, yeah, we're jaywalking right now. Like Gooey would need like the approval of another. Tiff and Tuff wouldn't jaywalk. I mean, Tiff wouldn't jaywalk. Tuff definitely would. Hold on, how do I open that door? I think I found out how to open that door. Okay, there we go. So my brain's trying to think about fictional characters jaywalking while also solving the video game puzzles. Yeah, Gooey is a follower. Gooey is a sheep. I'm trying to do him dirty or anything, but I don't know. Maxim tomato sticker. Oh, a melon. Marks, the jaywalker. They themselves are here. Good. It's even approved. Would Marks jaywalk? Good. The jaywalker sticker. Rare jaywalker. We have caught them for their crimes. Chad, bug me on Twitter to fix the flirt bot. I hate that you guys got me calling it the flirt bot and not just text to speech. Not just called Streamlabs. It's called Streamlabs text to speech, not flirt bot. Gooey would accidentally jaywalk and then feel bad about it after. I would agree with that. Would the flirt bot jaywalk? I think so. You are a jaywalker. You jaywalked. Maybe it was more Maito for the starting up that jaywalk conversation. Mystic, thank you. Mene is the kind of fella that would go to a Flint Lockwood after any jaywalkers. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he wouldn't use any roads. The road just appears. Exactly. Jelly BB, thank you for the 23 months. Silly Dealer would jaywalk, but I have no idea what he did. No idea of the crimes he committed. Exactly. Adric, thank you. It's a jaywalking if you're flying. That's right. George, thank you. Magalore would get hit by a bus. Okay, yeah. Perhaps. This is very on the nose. Magalore would jaywalk and get hit by a bus. Would Dark Matter jaywalk? Probably take over the entire universe first, but I can see it. Thank you for the 10 months, Cry Guy. I jaywalk with you. Appreciate it. All right. So before, when I was playing Kirby, Doug, I got on a tangent thought with my chat about would X certain characters in the Kirby universe jaywalk. Oh, that worked out. Because there's a
that was sweet.
Yeah, there's a level in the Kirby game I'm playing here where where it's just a road. Okay, so right. The thing we were talking about is we're going down the list of Kirby characters and we were talking about which Kirby characters would jaywalk and which probably wouldn't jaywalk. Amongst this cast of Peggle characters are Helmet, what's his name again?
Claude.
Claude. Would Claude jaywalk, knowing him as you know him?
I mean, Claude's a real mother flipper. He would do it, but he would do it so that he could go commit a crime on the other side.
Okay, so he would jaywalk. He would do it with a purpose. He would double up on his crime. Oh, I didn't get it.
Yeah, to go. Yeah, like he wouldn't do it just for fun. It would be to commit more crimes.
Okay, excellent. So
it'd be one crime in a series of heinous crimes.
Going down the list then, like we have that. How about the horse? Would the horse do any jaywalking?
He would do Jay Cloppin.
Jay Cloppin? Okay. They would still do it. They would still commit the action.
I mean, as far as I can tell, every adorable cartoon character in this game is a supervillain.
Okay, so everyone would jaywalk.
The lore is dark, right? Like the whole game is set inside of a fever dream of a man being tortured by Claude.
Okay.
Right. This all takes place in the tortured imagination, in Guantanamo Bay.
I could get behind that.
Yeah, it's all part of the lore. They haven't added it to the Wikipedia yet, but trust me, I worked at EA.